Well, good morning, y'all. We were supposed to be up before the sun, but that doesn't ever happen here on the Battle Year channel. It's just doesn't flipping ever happen. We woke up and my mom said one of her dogs were out on the loose, and that was about 6:10 in the morning. It's now flipping 8:40. The dog just came up about 10 minutes ago. She found him at a tennis court about 2 miles from the house. So we're getting a late jump, but that's okay. We're heading down the road. We're gonna put the boat in the water. We're gonna fish till about 11:30, so we got a couple hours to try to figure these fish out. We're just gonna run straight to some previous offshore grass that I found before. Fish that a little bit, try to stay around 12 to 16 foot of water. I'm gonna tie on one of those new spy baits that I bought and see if I can find some fish. Fishing a really clear lake, clear and deep, filled with grass. See what these fish are doing, and hopefully we can dig in some good ones. Well, this is the little start to our morning. Just throwing a little Texas rig speedworm setup. Got that little 12-incher. And I'm throwing the old spy bait, and this is my first catch on it. A nasty gar, and I'm really hoping he doesn't bite my line and break it off. Alright. Well, it's unfortunate, but hey. Let me get us all sorted out here. So I got the 1/2 ounce one, the 90 size. I'm just throwing out 12-pound mono. And I'm reading for the mono a little bit more stretch. I really don't need it sinking, being that's a 1/2 ounce. So awesome clear color to it, a little bluish type chrome, and then a little black fade to the top of it. But that's the bait. Big craze for it right now, so I'm trying it out on this clear, deep lake that we're fishing, see what we can do. First fish is a gar, but hey, you know, keep fishing, see what kind of bass we can find with it. Well, that bait lasted long, about 6 casts, 1 gar, and whatever just broke me off. Some toothy critter I had on. It was either a pickerel or a gar, and there's a lot in this lake. But unfortunately, they got the best out of me. So no more spy bait. I'll probably never even buy another one because 15 bucks caught me a gar. So there's your update. I'm about to throw a Texas rig speedworm and see what I can bring in. We're fishing in some really good grass over to our left. We've kind of drifted off of it, fishing about 10 foot of water now. But most of the fish been sitting over 12 to 16, really good grass. We'll see what we can find. Yeah, it is a good one. You got the camera? Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a really good one. Nice fish. Nice fish.
Whoa.
Taking this 7-Eleven for a ride.
Yeah.
Try to tire her out. I don't know how good she's hooked. Nice fish. You not done yet? Come back up. Come back up. Come here. Nice fish. Tank. Laying a little bit. Hooked her pretty deep. Let's see what we can do with her. Immediately want to get that worm out. Oh, she's not even hooked that bad. Yeah, that wasn't even bad at all. Yep, that wasn't bad. Didn't get any throat or gill, just got right underneath the crusher plate down there. She's not even bleeding anymore. Nice chunk right there, baby. Might go right about 4.5. Definitely a solid fish though. Throw her on the scale real quick. All right, 412. I'll take it. When I first saw her come by the boat, I thought she was a little bigger. They always look bigger in the water. That initial adrenaline shock. Solid chunky fish, so you gotta love offshore grass. This fish came about 9.5. Like right behind us, there's a really good row of humps, like whoop-de-doos on a dirt bike track. And I said, you know, this fish off the edge of them and come back. It's where Casey caught her fish, and that's where this toad came from. So 412, we'll grab a quick picture and then we'll get it released. All right, well that's what we're fishing. I mean, it's scattered grass, like I said, between 9 and 12 foot, and that's really what I've been focused on out here, trying to get us on some good fish. My main goal today was to try to find some fish on the spy bait, and that didn't go so well. Caught a gar, and then pretty sure it's a pickerel, and I've caught some pretty good pickerel out here on a rattle trap, and I think that's what it was. Definitely wasn't a bass. I saw that it was a long toothed critter, but keep picking away this grass, see what we can figure out. She's antsy for a big fish, so we'll see what we can do. Water ski this little guy. Feels like a little minnow after bringing in that big healthy fish. Little tiny munchkin. Doing some backflips, came back in. We're still casting about the same spot that I hooked that fish at. About 10.5. I'm trying to find the exact grass that I caught that big fish on. I lost it when I was fighting it, floating. So keep tracking these fish down there. Definitely figured out their technique pretty early. Oh, you son of... Take my tail. Wants to dive now. Fast fish. Oh, the grass kind of died on us, so I came back pretty far little runs to hit these lily pads here on this corner of the lake. Small little 12-incher, maybe about 14. But still just throwing this rig. See if we can find something off here. Put a little jerkbait on Casey's rod. Right off these pads slips really quick down to about 9 foot, and inside the pads it's about 4.5. So we're just kind of hitting that little shelf right off the edge of these pads, seeing what we can dig up. Still working around the lake. Bad size. Get up to 3 pounder stuff. Nice. Come here. Jesus. Gosh. Right in the corner. Nice, healthy, solid fish, too. Oh, nice little short little chunk there, huh? Definitely a decent one. Chest in here. Beautiful fish. Definitely good looking one. Long, little 17, 18 incher. 2 3/4, almost 3 pounders. So solid fish right off these pads of speed worm. Deep pads too, about 12 feet. So definitely some fish collecting up on them. Awesome, cool stuff. Get out there and try to nail some more. Been slow, about an hour since our last bite. We're slowly digging into them, trying to figure them out. Guy. You can forget that. Oh, cast your bait into these pads. Alright, little guy. Where's your mom and dad at? That's who I need. That's who I'm letting search for. Oh. Alright. Glad to say I could catch one on a jig today. Pretty solid. Totally inhaled that. It's a trap house tackle. Dirt that jig, pierced him right in the corner. That's just with those little Excite baits. Actually, no, that's one of the trailers at the Lucky Tackle Box this month. Sweet jig combo there. Pretty solid though, right on this lily pad line. Kind of gave up on the offshore bite. It's pretty dead out here in general. I mean, there's really no wind, and this lake just, for me, has been pretty slow. Every time we're out here and the wind dies down on us, usually by mid-afternoon, right before the storms come through. We're just coming shallow, seeing what we can put together here at the end. A couple small fish since that 4-pounder, but that's all right. Going crazy. How am I getting these little guys on a jig after just slamming a couple good ones on a worm? Same thing, same jig, same trigger, trailer setup. Small guy, like 12-incher. That's jig fishing in Florida. That's what it gets you. I always have one of these trap house tackle jigs tied on a rod. Smacked it for as little that he is. Get this jig figured out. Awesome little setup. Excuse the weed whacker, but this is kind of the effects of post-Hurricane Irma. As you can see, this whole dock unfortunately collapsed. And this is a pretty old dock standing. It was pretty beat up before the hurricane had even come through. But as you can see here on the full other side, I mean, right off the corner post, just broken, which is, that thing's pretty rotted, and all the other three here where you can see where it broke are just pretty rotted out. And then these two over here were part of the side, completely pulled out of the water. So it definitely did its damage. Sad scenes to see though. Well, we are back in the truck now, heading back to the house. Decent day. Not great, but it was one of those, like, started the day with a 4-pounder, so it was pretty good. Got off on a good momentum. A couple jig fish, you can't ever argue. The two smallest fish of the day were caught on a jig, unbelievably. But, you know, those trap house tackle jigs, I always have one tied on that Spartacus Plus. 40-pound braid, I fish it everywhere I go. And usually bring up some bigger fish. It was surprising I was only able to catch those two little guys on it. But I was flipping inside those lily pad lines, so it does kind of make sense. Middle of the day, that type of cover. We're finishing up now, heading back to the house like I said. Got some errands run today. Back up 95 north, hitting the interstate again today. Some more traveling to be done, but wanted to get this quick short film out to you. Had a fun time filming it, fun time fishing out there with the girlfriend Casey. Gonna go back, edit this up. Hope you guys take it easy. Hope you guys again enjoyed this video. Thanks again for tuning in and watching. Awesome thumbs up from you returning subscribers, and hopefully you new guys subscribe as well. Stick around for some of this sick content. Pushing out a couple more videos to you this week. So until then, y'all take it easy. Be safe. Take it easy now. Tight lines.